So I was looking at masking, which is basically something a lot of neurodivergent people do to appear that they're fitting in with the world around them, and it's particularly prevalent in schools. So trying to fit in, so they repress their natural neurodivergent traits that they may have, that it's just who they are. But then of course that's bottling it, and then it explodes in when they're in what they consider to be a safe place. So it's something that can get in the way of diagnosis for a lot of autistic people, because schools don't see it because they're little angels at school, and then all that anxiety is coming out at home. So masking is something that a lot of people don't necessarily understand, and if you're not looking for it and it's not being identified, it causes a lot of damage, and as I say, gets in the way of diagnosis. So coming to hear about that and different aspects of, different forms of disability, whether they be, hidden or physical disabilities, whatever the case may be, the fact that you're there to learn more about it and different aspects. And I was really touched because a lady came up shortly afterwards and just said that she was autistic herself and she's a teacher, but she was really validated by the fact that I was a neurotypical talking about it, because it doesn't get spoken about. So I think that's another reason. It's like, I'm a parent, I'm a carer, I have a voice in that. So I think it's really important, and there's a divide sometimes between parents and teachers and the education system. So the more you can do to bridge that, I think, yeah. Well, this is my first year here. I haven't actually been to this before. So what I found is actually the people I've gotten to speak to and the seminars that I've heard. So there was the green paper panel discussion this morning, and hearing the passion that's in some people there, and that really coming across. I got to sit in on Ruth Fiddler's talk on PDA. Obviously my child's a PDA, but again, there was just aspects to that, and I didn't know it, but she's actually one of the authors of a book which was what alerted me to PDA in the first place and made me realise that's where my daughter's at. But the exhibition out there is fantastic. There's a lot of really practical solutions out there. We were talking in my seminar about ways like a child might be able to signal that they're feeling anxious without letting everybody else know to a teacher that and it turns out there's a place down there that they've got like a flip bracelet. One side's red, one side's green, and it looks just like a, Loom Man bracelet or whatever, but they can flip it, no one else has to know. It can be a signal to the teacher, but, so there's stuff out there that is designed to help people, and it's a great opportunity to get that stuff there. What's really cool about this is, 30 years of history, but it was started by people in the education system who wanted to make a difference for SEND. And, it's 30 years later and we're still struggling with so many aspects of that, but I'm willing to bet that a lot of the progress that's been made comes back to people with this attitude and this desire to see change.